So hello students, this is Gurpal Singh, your accountancy and economics teacher. Good afternoon everyone. Today in this video I am going to discuss the topic retirement of a partner of class 12th. So this video is only for class 12th students. So class 12th students, please open your reference book DK Goel book, chapter number 4, retirement of a partner. And in this video we will discuss about two things. First thing that I will tell you, that will be treatment of accumulated profits. What? Treatment of accumulated profits. So in this video firstly we solve one question by the help of a reference book DK Goel, in which in this video include question number 28 of your DK Goel book as well as question number 34th A part. Okay, so firstly I want to tell you what will be the treatment of accumulated profit. As in the last chapter, admission of a partner, we have studied that if any kind of profit and loss, general reserve, either workman compensation reserve, contingency reserve are shown in the balance sheet, that are divided among the old partners in their old ratio. In which ratio? Old ratio. So see on the screen, as you are seeing, the first point is saying accounts representing accumulated undistributed profit should be transferred to all partners capital account including retiring partner in old ratio. In the admission of a partner, we were not giving any kind of thing appeared in the books of firm to the old partner because he was new, but here the existing partner is retiring na, so that is why his share is also given. So we have to pay all the things which are appeared in the books of partner to retiring partner also. Okay, and undivided profits are also divided among all the partners in the old ratio. Okay, so I hope you are getting the thing what I am telling you. So for next, now we are solving one question, so by the help of numerical you can understand easily. So see, this is question number 28 of DK Goel book. So please open your DK Goel book. Question number 28, I am reading the question. Question is XYZ are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 4:3. Okay, now X retires. Y and Z decided to share future profits equally. Y and Z decided to share future profits equally. Here new ratio will be 1:1:1. On that date there was a balance of 75,000 general reserve and 30,000 of profit and loss account. So firstly I want to tell you कि those who are thinking that कि this both the things are divided into gaining ratio or new ratio, then you are wrong. All these things will be divided among old partners in their old ratio. Okay, there is no rule of new ratio, no rule of gaining ratio. So simply you have to write off both the things in the old ratio among all the partners. Okay, in the retirement we have to credit all the things among all partners. So see how we will pass the entry. First of all, in the one entry we can do both the things. So the entry will be, first prepare format, books of A, Y and Z, date, particular, date, particular, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. Okay, so see, there are the two things, general reserve and profit and loss, so both the things will be debited. Okay, so as you already know ki whenever the things are appeared in the credit balances, okay, in the liability side of balance sheet or credit balances are given, then in journal that all will be debited. Okay, so general reserve account debit, profit and loss debit. Okay, so these all the things will be credited to all partners, that is why to X capital, to Y capital and to Z capital will be written. Okay, so total sum of this will be 75 plus 30, it will be 1,05,000. How much? This will be 1,05,000. Okay, so sharing ratio was how much? Sharing ratio how much was it? It was 4:5:6. Okay, so when 4:5:6 it is, so X will get 1,05,000 into 4 upon 15. Okay, so 15 sevens are 105, so 7 fours are 28,000. Okay, 7 fives are 35 and 7 sixes are 42. Okay, so I hope everybody's got it this question. So now we are moving forward for the next concept, that is revaluation of assets and liabilities. As in the third chapter we have discussed what is the revaluation of assets and liability. Whenever there is a change in the partnership firm, the firms are reconstituted. When firms are reconstituted, when there is a change in sharing ratio or new partner is coming. So in all that cases the firms are reconstituted. So here the partner is retiring, that is why also the firms are reconstituted. So at the time third adjustment is of revaluation of assets and liabilities, because when partner is retired na, then after that assets and liabilities are also revaluated. So the term revaluation means determine the value of loss or gain at the time of the retirement of a partner. Okay, so in the preparation of revaluation account there are only two possibilities. Whenever beta you are preparing revaluation account, either you will get profit or you will get loss. So profit will be transferred to the debit side of revaluation and in the credit side of the capital account. Why? When profit come, whenever credit side is excess over the debit side. Okay, and when loss occur when credit side is less as comparison to debit. Okay, so now I will explain whole the concept of revaluation of assets and liability by the help of one numerical. The numerical number is 34 from the DK Goel book, chapter number 4. So please open your book, question number 34. Okay, so see, I am showing you the question, okay, on the screen. So see, question is X, Y, Z are a partners in a firm sharing profit and losses beta equally. They were sharing profits and losses equally. So keep in your mind that the old ratio will be 1:1:1. Okay, now come to the balance sheet. In the balance sheet we are seeing general reserve is appeared in the balance sheet, that is why it is divided among all partner XYZ into old ratio. The general reserve will be debit to X capital, Y capital, Z capital. This will be the first journal entry. And in the asset side goodwill is appearing, then second entry will be X capital debit, Y capital debit, Z capital debit to goodwill. So this will be the treatment of goodwill. Okay, so these two things are appeared in the books. So these two things will be transferred to capital account of partner. In one case it will partner's capital will be debited, and in another case partner's capital will be credited. So next come to the point. The point is the adjustments are given as Z retires and freehold property be valued at 580. See here, freehold property was of how much? 4 lakh. After that it is value is 580. Now it is rising simply, so it is recorded in the credit side of revaluation account. Investment valued at 470 and stock valued at 94. The investment value was 50. These are decreasing, so it will be recorded in the debit side. Stock is valued at 94, it will also recorded in debit side. I told you na कि when assets decreases record in debit side, increases record in credit side. Trademarks valueless, then it will also recorded in debit side. 12,000 creditors is not likely to be claimed, so it is increasing, then that is why it is also recorded in the debit side. Okay, so these are the adjustments only. So first of all we will prepare revaluation account, after that capital, then balance sheet, then we pass journal entry, or you can leave the space for journal. After that you prepare first account because by preparing accounts we can easily prepare journal entry. So see the last adjustment, what the last adjustment is saying, goodwill of the partner firm is valued at 1 year purchase of AP. So in the last second chapter I told you how to calculate goodwill on the basis of average profit method. Okay, so the profit of 2 years is given as 1,95,000. So divide both years profit and divide by 2, and after that multiply by 1, then you will get the firm's goodwill. Then after that you have to calculate the share of whose Z. Okay, so Z's share is 1/3. How much? Z profit sharing ratio was equally na, so Z share equals to 1/3. Okay, so come to the point. First of all we will prepare revaluation account. So I am showing you firstly revaluation. So this is my revaluation account, and this, as in the explanation I already discussed, that freehold property was increasing, that is why it is recorded in the credit side, because 4 lakh, from 4 lakh it goes to how much, 580, that is why 180 is recorded in the credit side. After that, investment value at 47, actual value is 50, then 3000 it is recorded in debit side. Next, the point is stock is valued at 94,000, actual value is 1 lakh, that is why 6,000 decreasing, so here I have recorded 6,000 in the debit side. Now the next point is to provision for doubtful debt. 5% was doubtful debts made, that is why the book value of debtors was 2 lakh, so we have created 2 lakh into 5 upon 100, then it will be 10,000. okay, so this is the thing. After the trademarks were valueless, so valueless means wholly decreasing, that is why here I have recorded it 20,000 in debit side. Now the next is 12,000 likely to be not claimed, तो here the value of creditor is decreasing बेटा, creditors जो हैं decrease हो रहे हैं, that is why these are recorded in credit side. okay, so now sum up both the sides, the sum of the credit side will be 1,92,000, here it will come 192. okay, and debit side is coming 20, 30, 39. okay, so 39 we subtract from 192, then we will get how much, 132 minus 39, 3, 14, 12, 3, and this will be here 12 minus 3, 93. I think I am wrong, it will be 192, sorry beta, 180 plus 9, 12, it will be 192. okay, so from 8 we subtracted 3, it will be 5. okay, how much, 5. So total profit is coming 1,53,000. okay, so it is divided in 1:1:1. so in 1:1 you have to write journal 2 profit transfer to X51, Y51 and Z51. okay, now sum of both the sides, the sum will be 192 in the both sides. okay, so I hope you have got it about the revaluation, so note it down it. Now we will come to the revaluation capital account. See here, y and z are shown here, so you can note down if you have left from there 192, and keep in your mind after below 192 you have to double line. okay, because whenever any account you are closing, that is why you have to underline by double line. Now we are starting capital account. In the capital account, first entry will be by balance PD, we have to write the capital of all partners, then after that we have to transfer general reserve among all partners in the older ratio, it will be 20 20 20, then after that revaluation profit, this one will transferred here. okay, so 50 51 it will be recorded. After that, goodwill appeared in the books of the firm 33,000, it will be recorded among old partners in older ratio 11,000 it will come. okay, after it, now see, now one thing is left, that is the treatment of Z's share of goodwill. okay, so here I will show you how we can calculate the Z share of goodwill. So see this thing, only this thing, don't see the balance sheet I will tell you later. So in this, see, goodwill of the firm is 120 plus 1 plus 3 years profit is given na, 120, 1 lakh plus 95, you sum up then and divide by 3, you will get how much, 1,05,000. how much, 1,05,000. so from 1,05,000 you have to calculate 1/3, so 1/3 will be 35,000. how much, 35,000. so this will be the share of whose, Z's share. okay, so 35,000 is the Z's share of goodwill. That is why you know very well कि at the retirement of a partner, the treatment of goodwill is old partners capital account debit, so X old partners capital account debit, so X debit, Y debit to Z. okay, so here Z is credited, so by X in the Z's column you have to write by X capital, by Y's capital, it is divided into 1:1, because older ratio was 1 ratio how much, 1:1:1 x z retire, when this one retire na, so it is only 1:1. Okay, so after that, when both the partners are debited, who is debiting z? That is when the debit side of x and y column you have to write 1750, and who is paying z? So you have here, you have to write 2z as capital. Okay, now see, now the next important point is coming, that is beta, that when partners retires, what partners retires beta. Okay, after that, if there is no information about the payment to the retiring partner, in that case you have to transfer that sum to the retiring partner's loan account. So here we will sum up the credit side of retiring partner, that is 3,06,000. okay, how much? 3,06,000. the total sum of this side will be 3,06,000, and in the debit side only 11,000 given, you subtract it, then after 2,95,000 is total amount that the Z will get from the firm. Okay, so from 306, when you subtract 11,000, then you are getting 2,95,000. so this amount will be transferred to Z's loan account. Okay, whenever partners retire, if there is no information in the books of the firm, in that case retiring partner's total standing balance will be transferred to his loan account. If the firm is paying some amount in cash, then you have to write to cash whatever amount is paying, and remaining amount are again transferred to the loan account. And after that, A's and Y's, sorry, x and y, this is x. Okay, this is x. So x and y you have to write in the same way, like to balance CD, sum of the x is coming 371, this is 371, so subtract 28 500, then it will be 342 500. okay, so I think you are getting this thing. After that, same way you have to sum of y's credit side and debit side. Y side is greater, that is 271, subtract 28,000, then you will get 2,42,500. okay, so this was the capital account. okay, so after this, here we will prepare balance sheet. In the balance sheet, as earlier we are preparing balance sheet of the firm as at 1st April 2011. okay, so in the credit side we have to write, first of all we will start from the credit, either debit, liability or asset, no issue. I am starting from the liability side. First of all we have to write beta creditors. What I will write about the creditors. okay, the book value of creditor 109. After that, 12,000 were not likely to be claimed. Not likely to be claimed means they will not be paid off. okay, that is why I have subtracted. Then after that, PF 2020 exists. After that, the standing balance whichever is coming in the capital account of retiring partner, that you have to record in liability side, because here I am not mentioning his balance in capital, so his transfer to the loan account, that is separately you have to write that's loan account 295. okay, after that, x and y's capital you have to write. okay, so now leave this liability side, now come in asset side. Now as in admission of partner, there was adjustment of cash account, but here till there is no payment to any kind of partner, at that time there will be no adjustment of cash. Directly whatever old appeared books cash balance, that you have to write here. okay, after that, the debtors, that was of 2 lakh, and 10,000 was provision for debt, that is why you have to subtract it, then it will be 1,90,000. okay, then after that, stock beta, that was decreasing by 6,000, so here I have written 94,000. investment were also reduced by 6,000, sorry 3,000, that is why it is written as 47,000. okay, freehold property was increasing by 180, that is why I have written here 580. Now I will sum up both the sides, the sum will be 9,97,000. okay, so after summing up both the sides in the same line, you have to write the sum, and after that double line both the sides. okay, if your both the sides are coming equal, it means your question is correct. okay, so now come to the journal entries. We will pass journal entries. How we have to pass journal entry, I will show you. The first entry, as I told you, this that is not showing here. general reserve account debit to X capital, Y capital, Z capital, that will be 20,000. Okay, then after that a goodwill entry will be there, that will be X goodwill account debit to X capital, Y capital, Z capital, 11,000 will be there. That is I think written here. Okay, but first entry was not written here. So after that you have to transfer the revaluation entries. In the revaluation, whatever items are coming in debit side, once you have to write a revaluation debit to all items. Now sum up this side, this will be 39, then in front of revaluation you have to write 39,000. Okay, after that the items which were appearing in credit side like freehold property and creditors, you have to debit, and you have to write two revaluation account. Sum of these two items, it will be 192, so here you have to write 192. Okay, after that you have to transfer loss on revaluation, sorry, profit on revaluation, that was 153. Okay, that was 153, so it is divided among old partners. Okay, so it will be 151, 50, 51, 51, 51. Okay, so after this the treatment of goodwill I have recorded. Then after that you have to treat retiring partner share of goodwill. So for that I told you कि old partners will be debited to retiring partner. Retiring partner was Z, that is a 35,000 written in front of Z because it is Z's share, and X and Y capital are debited because it is their gaining share. Okay, so X was gaining 17500 and Y is gaining 1750. Both are gaining equally because gaining ratio was 1:1. Okay, so I hope you have understand this question. So note it down by pausing the step by step of the video and note down this question. Thank you students for watching this video, and in the next video we will discuss about very important topic. So please watch and share next video as well as this video. Bye bye.